What the dog doing? Welcome to another very warm winter barn. We're doing MR2 work today and DC2 work. So this is not a DC2 rebuild episode. Obviously they've been a bit stingy lately, not really been a lot going on. Still waiting for quite a lot of bits. So hopefully towards the end of the month, Christmas time, Santa will bring me everything that I need and we can make some proper progress on the Integra. That would be lovely. But today, we're doing MR2 stuff and DC2 stuff. This is probably going to run into tomorrow, so it might be a right long video. I don't know at this stage, who knows. What am I planning to do on the MR2? Well, I've not forgotten about it. I've been thinking about it quite a lot. What should I do with it? What should I do? Well, I've done something. I've ordered a replacement damper from BC. So we've got a full assembly and hub mount coming from BC to replace the one that was bent. And yeah, I've also ordered new diff bearings and stuff like that to rebuild the old gearbox, to rebuild the JDM gearbox. We're going straight JDM this time with the MR2. Why are we doing that? That's because that's what everyone else won on last time. Yeah, that's what the winners were using. So, you know, I tried to be tricky with my gearbox, and obviously that led to some demise at Brands Hatch. So we'll try and not do that again, eh? So we'll just have a straight JDM box, no fluff, new bearings. We're going to build the gearbox up. Again, hopefully that'll happen later this month, but yeah, I am going to race this car again next year. Am I also going to be racing a Mark II? Ooh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Obviously I can't race two cars at once, unfortunately. I can't copy and paste myself and do both things. And if I want to have a go at the championship, which I know I'm saying that I don't think I'll be able to enter every race, but if I did, I'd have to do it in the same car. Otherwise, the way the point system works, if I go into a Class B car, I'd start again on fresh points. So, you know, I'd have to, if I want to do the championship, I'd have to stick to one car. So I think we're going to start the season in this car. The first race is Silverstone National, which is probably a Mark II circuit. But anyway, we need to do some work on the MR2 because I've not touched it for a long time, since stripping the rear suspension off and finding the slightest bit of play in the poly bushes. I've ordered all new poly bushes. I'm going to poly bush my spare arms and keep them as spares and have some freshies. Different supplier this time. We're going to be trying some different poly bushes. But yeah, I've made some tracks in the background. But today what we're going to do, well, I need to get the gearbox off, right? There's also a couple of things I want to check on the engine. So we're going to take the lot out. MR2 engine delete. We're going to take the lot out, engine gearbox, inner wanner. Yeah, and yeah, I'm also going to take some bits off the car because I'm going to do a bit of an online auction. I'm not sure where I'm going to host it yet, most likely eBay or something, just to make it easier. But I'm going to sell certain bits off of the car just to kind of try and fund next season. So pieces such as the bumper with the sticker on from Big Les, that'll be there. Maybe like the Toyo tyres sticker and stuff like that, and like a bit of the quarter panel that says Dixel. You know, just key components of the car. A bit of the door skin with the Yorkshire boilers on, and we're going to try and raise a bit of money that way because all these panels are dead anyway and I've got all new panels to go on. So yeah, I was thinking about trying to sell the panels complete, but obviously being a big large panel will be quite hard to ship, and if people end up wanting it who are abroad in Europe or Americas or Asia or, you know, worldwide, then I'm trying to make them packageable so it's not going to be too much to ship them if anyone wants to buy them. So keep an eye out for that in the future if you want to buy some MR2 memorabilia. Is that the right word? I think so. Then on the Integra, we're just going to prep those rear trailing arms. They were a bit rusty, as you saw before. We're just going to give them a quick paint. I know I said I might just leave them, but we're not doing anything drastic, just a quick scuff up and a quick paint. But yeah, that's his job for today's video. Clean the trailing arms on the Integra and paint them and get the engine out of the MR2 and get it on the engine stand, which is, yeah, I'll show you quickly, I can show you on the other camera. So as you'll know, as you've been following the MR2 journey for a while, I've had a couple of 1ZZs, and I had this one, which is the original properly fucked one. I had this on an engine stand for ages. This one's oil control rings completely gone. This one was slightly down on cylinder free compression, but you know, once they've been sat here for a while, they're as good as scrap, aren't they? But plenty of spare parts at least. I was thinking of like rebuilding one, or certainly stripping one of these down, maybe the more broken one. I was going to strip it down just to kind of familiarise myself with an engine, because I've never done an engine build before, and you know, it might be quite fun, eh? But yeah, in reality it's a lot more cost effective and time effective just to throw another motor in. So they're both pre-facelift engines, and the engine that's in now is from a 2004 facelift engine. But we're going to take it out anyway. That's today's video. Already got a bit of progress done. There's already a few bits missing. The gearbox oil is drained. We just need to drain the engine oil, drain the coolant, and yeah, pull the motor out. Lovely stuff. So let's get started. On a special diet, vet's orders, aren't you? Huh? Dry biscuits only. Still want it, yeah? Well, slow and steady progress. I've been getting distracted from people, of all things. Yeah, I'm just getting the shafts out, and I've put the coilovers back on temporary, just so I can hang the hubs from the coilovers. All the other suspension arms are coming off, and yeah, we're not too far away from getting the motor out. Oil's drained. Now we've got loads to do still. Loads to do. Well, you can probably hear that we are draining some coolant. I normally do this up the top, but thought I'd just try and get it all out of the bottom, which is going to be interesting when we tilt the car to get the engine out. That's probably when I'm going to have loads of coolant all over the floor. But see if we can get a speed up on that flow by taking this cap off. Oh shit. Definitely going to be laying in some coolant at some point today. That's fine. Well, making decent progress. A lot of things off now. Intake, exhaust, coolant, all the fluids are out. Engine mounts are off the front and rear. Just the side ones holding the engine on. Just going to take the throttle cable off and the shifter cables. And I've noticed something quite interesting. If I just do that there, we'll have a little zoom. This shifter cable, which does the up and down, so this will go, you know, that's probably third and fourth, or vice versa. Hang on, look at the shifter. Okay, that's fourth, that's third, right? There's no retaining pin on it. So that could have, in theory, done that during a race, during one of my last races, even at the Burkitt, during the 6-hour endurance race. That could have just, see you later, and then, you know, I'm going to be stuck in, well, I'd be stuck in whatever gear I was in, hopefully fourth, eh? But, yeah, that could have been very bad. That could have cost us the class win. This one's got a clip in it. I think I lost they normally have little like R-clips in, and I think I lost them, so I just put some, what did I put in? Look, just little, can you see? Hang on, I'll get it out and show you. Yeah, just put these normal little split pins in, but yeah, one of them has come off, so no es bueno. But yeah, throttle cable next. Nice and easy now, the inlet's off. And then perhaps the wiring, get the earths off, get the rest of the wiring off. And the fuel, I've taken the fuel off already. So yeah, not far away from getting her out. What's the temperature like in here today? A little bit warmer, isn't it? About 4 degrees. Oh, what are you doing? About 4 degrees, isn't it? Yeah. Making the progress. She's nearly out. Well, she's not, is she really? But, you know, a little bit closer to being out. All the wiring's off. Only thing that's holding the engine on now is that engine mount and that engine mount. And this earth, which I mustn't forget about, because that'd be bad. But yeah, golden. So I've just noticed something very interesting. So I just disconnected the wiring, you know, off the ECU to poke it through. And then when I looked down, I saw an interesting little puddle. What's that little puddle doing down there? Hey? What's going on there? Why is there coolant down there? Must be from either one of my heater hoses or the panel. It looks like it's coming from that hose there, eh? So, something to investigate. Little puddle there, look. This is that little heater that I mentioned in a previous video, but I don't think I spoke too much about. Interesting. I was real pleased with this. I know I didn't make a video on it, but I was real pleased with it because I managed to get it to work, or at least duct into the factory kind of demister part, and then I put another one over there for the driver. Can you see it? So yeah, it's nearly time for the money shot, time to give birth. And we've got this here, which someone else at the units let me borrow. Do not exceed maximum load, it says, 150 kilos. Now, what's an engine and a gearbox, Stelly, would you say? About 200 maybe? 220? Something like that, yeah. But that's got to be rated for more than that, hasn't it? We're going to find out anyway. We're going to put the science to the test, yeah. Engineering explained, ain't got shit on me. We're going to see if that 150 can be exceeded. It says do not, but you know, that's probably for people who work in businesses with proper insurances and stuff like that. Well, there's no insurance or assurances here. All we need to do is get that motor out, so we'll give it a test. Okay, final stage before the motor comes out. Just enough time for some sketchy shit. Because I've not got that rear engine mount on, then my jack, even though it's a real tall jack, couldn't quite get the car off the axle stands, so had to stack some wood in there. Seems alright. Not died yet. I mean, I wouldn't get under it like that. But yeah, we're off the axle stands now. So the only issue is, because I've done it the easy way, or the, what's the word, lazy way, with the coolant. Obviously coolant's just water, and at the minute all the water's at the front of the car, and when I lower it, which is what I need to do to get the engine out, all the water that's in the front of the car is going to run, and I think the pan's roughly in the right place, but I don't know. Guess we're going to find out. Easy. Oh no, missed. Oh, well, I can hear it trickling out. So the car's probably at ride height-ish now. Maybe just a bit higher. But yeah. Nearly there. Who's going to win Formula 1 this year? Who are you rooting for? Seb? Well, I don't even know if it's technically possible for Seb to win it this year. Maybe. Yeah, I know. Yeah, multi-21 though. You don't care about that, do you? No, I know he's a good man. Seb is probably one of the better men on the grid, isn't he? If not the best. Don't you think? I know you think it, because you're always telling me. Don't get shy now just because the camera's out. I reckon that coolant's finished yet. Yeah. So now comes the fun part, where we lift the car up, drop it onto the dolly, undo the engine mounts, and roll the engine out. So simple. If you've been following this year, you'll know I've had a few bumps at the back, and the crash bar has took it well. Oh baby. Yep, that's certainly seen some things, hasn't it? Done its job though. Got a spare one of these, should we think it necessary to use it, but that should be alright. This thing is screwed on quite well, but it's behind the sticker. I don't really want to ruin the sticker, so we'll see how we get on. That's what I'm normally using to lift it with, because it's, you know, it's all the way at the back, and with the engine crane we can get the car quite high by lifting it there, but let's see. steady. Believe it or not, this is going to be a bit sketchy. Right, now we're in the danger zone. The right hand engine mount's off, just the left one holding it in. Don't know if it's going to work on the axle stands, but well, she's out. Team effort. Only dropped a little bit of coolant as well. But yeah, this did alright. I was a bit concerned about the lean, but it was fine in the end. So the main reason for taking this out is that I've got a new belt to put on here. Not that this belt's bad or anything, but just thought I'd make the job a lot easier. Yeah, I didn't want to do it whilst it was in the car, so easy just to take the engine out, isn't it? So there are some videos to come on this engine specifically, if you're interested. Just going to be poking around, making things a bit nicer, inspecting things. Hopefully going to get a bit of advice from the experts, but yeah, that's it from today pretty much. We gave birth to an engine. Now I am going to go and watch the F1 qualifying because you know why. Hey, Jeddah circuit looking very, very naughty, very naughty. So a quick tidy up and I'll give you a quick goodbye. Hey, look at that, all tidied away, nice. Now, just before I go, do you remember we were getting all those nasty noises from the front? And I was like, don't worry, it's just the bumper. It's just the bumper. Ah, shit. Yeah, that's welded in there, the brush. I think it's, right, it's out of harm's way of my new radiator, so that's fine. But yeah, that ain't, there's no brushing up to be done, is there? Well, good, because we can't do any. Yeah, bugger. Whoopsie. That's all from today then. See you tomorrow, do some more stuff. Right, Christmas dog. Day 2. Yeah? You brought me some presents, have you? Gonna scrub them trailing arms, are we? Yeah? Get some red Oxide primer on there or something, yeah? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah, we need to get that engine on the stand first though, don't we? Yeah, we need to get that engine on the stand first. Let's do it! Right. Right, so let's remind ourselves what we need to do. Get that engine on the engine stand, which is over there. Tidy up a little bit, maybe drop the car down off the wood, maybe release the brush. You know, might need the brush at some point. And then we're going to clean up these trailing arms. Now, as I said yesterday, I've got some fresh bristles on the case. So I've got like a standard little, you know, standard pack. Came with an episode of Star Trek Steam Runner. Sounds a bit of a euphemism, that, doesn't it? A Star Trek Steam Runner. Yeah. Have a look on Urban Dictionary for that. But I also got one of these, which is Might be a bit of a bad boy. Oh, it's already stabbing me. So this is a wire brush attachment for, you know, an angle grinder or a rotary thing. It should fit on my rotary polisher as well, so I might just put it on that for now because that's got variable speed adjustment. So yeah, looking forward to trying that out. Wear eye protection, of course, as it says. Dog, you'll need to put your safety goggles on or stay away, up to you. Yeah. What? You've got to wear your safety goggles. Yeah, but it's safety. Yeah, but safety first. Alright, you just stay away then, otherwise that'll hurt you. Anyway, engine on stand, job 1. Shut up. Right, this is taking a little bit to hobble together. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Done this a few times on these engines, but for some reason I can't grab it from the usual place, which is here, because this isn't long enough to go on the pickup points, and there's one here but it's lying. You can't get anything through there, so I don't know if it's like probably some special Toyota tool that you can use to get into that one. Oh, exhaust gaskets fell out. Stay in there, lad. So I've done something super sketchy which I've not done before. Well, it's not super sketchy, you know. It's only stupid if it doesn't work, right? Or what's the saying there? Something along those lines. There is a pickup point on the sump on this corner, so I've just put a bolt through it and just hooked the strap round. And it's still going to be a bit tilty, but we need to get the gearbox off, right? So we need to get the gearbox off, and because the engine stand goes on from this side, so we need to get the gearbox off anyway. Obviously we're going to take the gearbox off because that's not the gearbox we want to race on next year. We need to build one sooner or later. But yeah, let's see if this works. Hopefully it doesn't slam the engine into the ground. Well, it worked, but it's not quite the angle I was going for, especially when I need to take the gearbox off that way. So I think it needs some work. Right, I decided to just send it. I did take the starter motor out thinking I could maybe hook through there instead, but you've got this plastic inlet that's in the way and I don't really want to be touching that, so I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, I've taken all the gearbox bolts out, and now we're going to see if we can free the gearbox, and then maybe it won't have such a lean on without the weight of the box on. Next job, clutch and flywheel. Right, clutch and flywheel are off. Now, if you watched a few months ago, I think it might have been when I put this engine in, the facelift one, earlier this year, we noticed that my clutch was missing a couple of bits, and it's definitely got a bit worse. So I'm thinking I might get a replacement clutch. I'll just try a different clutch and keep this one as a spare, maybe. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, maybe. This is a competition clutch, and it's certainly done quite a bit of competition, but it certainly looks like it's done a bit of competition as well. Don't forget, we're only 100 foot-pounds? Probably about 110, maybe 120 foot-pounds or something, you know. But yeah, I don't know, I kind of feel slightly disappointed, but at the same time this is the first time I've had a actual race car, so I don't know how long these things should last. But I guess we've still probably got, I don't know, a rough estimation between 90 and 95% of the material, but once it starts going biscuity like this, then, you know, its days are probably limited. And I've had no real problems getting gears. I've had the occasional thing, but that could have been me, it could have been, you know, a variety of other things. I think the clutch still works okay, but yeah, certainly showing its age now. Wasn't a cheap clutch either, I tell thee. Anyway, time to get the engine on the stand, and then we're done with the MR2. So what we want to do is, take this and put it through some of those bolts used to attach the gearbox to the engine with bolts, and then we just slide it into the stand. Easy as that. Right, part one of this video, L plan SL complete, yeah. So engine on the stand, I'll be doing some stuff to that in the near future. Want to get the car back together for some testing, hopefully February time, if not before. But yeah, not a huge rush on this. Not a huge rush on this either, the car under the coat. So I've just been rigging up the thing. This looked a lot bigger on eBay, you know. One of those. Yeah. Looks a lot bigger in the picture, but hopefully it'll still do damage. You know, I've got other wire brush things, and we're just going to clean up these arms. So these are the Integra arms that you saw before. I was going to remove the bush, but I'm not, because it makes my life easier if the bush is in there. So we'll leave the bush in there. Now I've left the discs on as well to give me something to clamp to, something nice and flat. Obviously that means that, yeah, the bearings still work, which is nice. But yeah, we might get a little bit of movement, but I can lean up against the movement, and yeah, we're going to just clean them up and give them some of this, what I thought was red oxide primer. I bought this years ago, it's just been sat up the unit. I know a lot of people hate the hammerite, and you know, it should never go near cars and all that, which is fair one, because it does show like an iron gate on the picture. But you know, just going to use this as like a base coat, and then just do some like generic black spray paint over the top. Noisy bastards. Anyway, I need to get cracking. Might have to put that on the camping stove. It feels solid, but maybe it just needs a stir. Right, one side is scratched up, loose rust removed, and just the other side to do. And our product is on the camping stove getting toasty. So, why are we doing this? I've just been thinking, why am I doing this? Because we're not making the metal any stronger, are we? We might be preventing it from getting any weaker in most of the areas, but there's some areas which try not to touch them too much. Some areas like right in there which I was struggling to get into, and I got the attachment which is like a, I don't know where you can see it, it's like goes into holes, and you know, I roughed it up a bit, and I guess I can try and splash some paint on it. But yeah, what about like behind this little kind of strengthening plate? I can't get into there, can I? So yes, it'll be looking nicer, look better on the gram, but will it actually be any stronger? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just getting annoyed because it took so long just to even get to look like that. But yeah, let's do the other side. We'll give them a blow with some compressed air, and then we'll just gob some of that red oxide, or maybe not red oxide, but some base coat, let's call it, yeah? Dog's got the eye protection on, look. Eyes glued shut. Have a nice little snoozle. Bet I've got a line where the goggles are. Right, it's time to paint. The Compressed air is a good thing as well, that gets rid of a lot of loose dust. Yeah. So obviously, as per usual, we're not going for perfection. This stuff's, yeah, fine now. So we'll throw this on. Get loads of shit of. So we'll throw this on, yeah. And then I'll end the video probably tomorrow night or the night after. Missed a bit of cobweb there, shit. Who's been living in my bed? Who's been sleeping in my bed? Never mind. So yeah, I'll just gob this on for now and then I'll just go black over the top. But yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. Professional. Yo, looks orange. It's not. Looks it, doesn't it? Right, that's just done then. So we've got 2 days-ish, probably 2.5 days, more likely. 1 full day maybe, but I made it into one big video, so if you've enjoyed watching some spanner time, yeah. Engines on the stand, chilling, ready for some TLC. The result of peer pressure. I've tried to clean up about 90% of the arms, metal that you can get to. You can never get to it all. So, yeah, hopefully it's alright. Shout out to Honda for making some dust shields that last, by the way. MR2 and, was E46 bad? Definitely MR2 ones do not last. But the Honda ones are still fine. Steel ones, 20 years old, 21 years old, nearly 22. So I'll chuck some black on them through the week. Just let that dry for a couple of days, get real nice. And then just black spray paint over the top of it. Make it look less Ford. It looks a bit like a Ford at the minute, doesn't it? With some bright orange arms. Or who else does that? Getting powder coated orange, mate. Oh, there's a Land Rover over there with powder coated orange stuff on it, so let's not speak too loudly. But yeah, thanks for watching. Time for Jeddah, Saudi. Time for the Jeddah F1. Was it good? Was it bad? This is in the past, isn't it? You're in the future. Goodbye.